Being too nice to anybody.
What do the Bible say about being too nice?
Mark 1:29 says, when we are too nice and passively accommodate others, we could very well miss what God has for us. Stop being too nice. Nice isn't of the fruits of the Spirit.
I noticed that when you're too friendly, too nice, too kind, and too social, people start disrespecting you. They take your kindness for weakness and think they can walk all over you. People start underestimating you, thinking you're weak just because you're a good person. But the moment they push you a little too far, they're going to see a whole different side of you, a side they aren't ready for. If you're always being nice, always doing things for them, they'll keep expecting more and more.
Somebody asked me in my live the other day, how do you stop being the nice girl? And I was like, wow, this is a really good topic. And as somebody who's been the nice girl and got dogged, ran over, betrayed, talked too crazy, treated horribly, nothing was ever reciprocated, I got y'all. So the key problem or the actual question isn't how do I stop being the nice girl? It's how do I put my foot down from never putting my foot down? How do I guess, approach giving somebody an answer that they're not used to and then them trying to retaliate and saying I'm mean, I'm rude, I'm this, I'm that. That's really the question here. And I would say you just do it. You just do it. As somebody who would give somebody their last $5 and once they get around somebody else, they're calling me ugly, they're calling me broke, they're calling me this, that, and the third, and then I turn around and do it for them again when they ask me for lunch money. As somebody who's really like been nice to somebody, just for them to try to be nice to me, that has gotten me nowhere. And I would say I started putting my foot down in college. In college, I realized that a lot of these girls will just tell you something just to use you for it. Once you realize you're being used and that what you're doing doesn't really have purpose, even though, and it sounds so mean, but you giving them your last isn't going to do anything. You answering the phone when you don't want to talk isn't going to do anything. You giving them those answers when you said you wasn't trying to do that, it's not going to do anything. Like you inviting them places just because you want them to show up and you don't, like, it's not going to do anything. Okay. And it sucks, but it's the genuine truth. So in college, what I did is I just started saying no. I just started saying no, and I wasn't backing down. Like if I said something, when somebody would come to me and ask me for something because they knew they could, because they knew I would give it to them, once I said no, sometimes that would start an attitude problem from their side, or they'll start like talking crap to my face. I'll be like, all right, cool. Instead of being like, okay, here you go. Or no, I was just playing. Nah, stand on it, 10 toes. Like that's what you have to do. And it just gets easier from there. Not everything has to be an argument, right? Not everything has to, just because they're arguing with you doesn't mean you have to argue with them. You're just trying to set a boundary. You're just trying to say no. You're just trying to absorb yourself back from giving it to all these people. That's all you're trying to do. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be big dog back to them, or if they leave you out or then that it is what it is. Because when you think about it, all they're doing is treating you how they treat you when you're not looking. All the talking crap they might do to your face, or attitude or roll the eyes they might do to your face, babe, once you take 2 steps that way, they doing it regardless to the people that to the people that also don't like you, or to the people that also think they can run over you. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and it sucks like wanting to be genuine to people. But one piece of advice that I can say, I know that was a lot, but one piece of advice I can say is you will find your people. You hear it all the time. Don't nobody want to hear that, but you will. You will find somebody who's just as genuine and kind as you are, and you don't have to strategize of how to set a boundary, because it's gonna be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? So, peace, love, and applesauce. Bye.
5 ways to stop being too nice. 1. Don't say sorry for an entire day, like not even once. Even if someone bumps into you, do not say sorry for a whole 24 hours. You'll realize how often you say it and start scaling back on apologizing. 2. Take a moment before agreeing with someone. People who are too nice tend to want to please really quickly. The next time someone offers a plan or their opinion, take a moment, think about it, and then offer your opinion. You'll be much happier and much more assertive. 3. Say no more. People who are too nice tend to say yes way too often. Say no more and you'll end up avoiding the things that you don't want to do. 4. Acknowledge that saying no is going to make you feel guilty. People who are too nice tend to be kind-hearted, and saying no will make you feel guilty. But if you accept it, let it go, you say no more. 5. Let go of people who take advantage of your niceness. It'll be tough at first, but you will feel so much better in the long run. Follow for more tips.
Stop being nice. Being nice, actually being too nice, is one of the fastest ways to lose respect. Here's why. The assertiveness research shows that when you set clear boundaries and hold to them, people actually respect you more than when you just constantly are agreeable with them and do whatever they ask you to do. Here are 3 things you can do to set better boundaries. Number 1 is called personalizing. You use I statements like I feel or I think rather than blaming the other person and using you statements. It's easy to set clear boundaries when you say I feel this or I don't do this or I do this. So personalize. Number 2, replace the phrase I'm sorry. You don't have to always go around apologizing for everything. Instead, you can say something like thank you for understanding. That assumes the other person is already going to agree to what your boundaries are. And last, bite your tongue and practice this. No. Remember, it's okay to say no. You don't always have to say yes to everything that everybody asks of you. Bite your tongue, as someone said, and say no until it bleeds. Ironically, the respect that you get from other people grows when you stop trying to please everyone and stand up for your own boundaries and your own personal space. Save this video for when you need it, share it with a friend, repost it if you think it's valuable, and follow for more.
I'm about to save some time in therapy. The reason why you aren't healing, the reason why you feel stuck in your current part of your journey, the reason why you feel like you don't have the energy to get out or you're just like stuck in this mental fog is quite literally because you're too afraid to not be fucking nice. Like, stop being nice. Who cares? Like, you're not nice. I tell people all the time, I'm not a nice person. I'm not. Why? Because when I was a nice person, I got ran over. When I was a nice person, I didn't set boundaries. Because being nice is very performative. It's like, I do this because it should be done. No, what should happen is people should fucking respect you. And the reason why you aren't healing is because you're too worried about being nice that you aren't calling spades. Tell them people they hurt you. Tell them people that even though now they're better, that they caused you great fucking trauma. Tell people that, you know what, you actually don't respect me and I don't have to deal with this bullshit. Actually, you suck and I'm dipping. Stop being fucking nice and you'll start healing.
Sometimes you gotta stop being so nice, right? You gotta stop being so nice all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to show that dark side of yourself sometimes. Cause like, how many times have motherfuckers took your kindness for weakness? You see what I'm saying? Your whole life. And it's not that you a weak individual. You see what I'm saying? It's just your heart. You got a genuine heart. You see what I'm saying? So when you come across somebody new, your intentions is always genuine. You see what I'm saying? You always show the most love. You always show the utmost respect, right? Cause that's just the type of heart that you have. Your heart is very genuine. But most people mistake that kindness for weakness. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you ain't gotta be all nice and shit. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be the villain, right? Don't be scared to make enemies. You see what I'm saying? If somebody is trying to take your kindness for weakness, get on their ass. You see what I'm saying? Cause like I said, or if you let this motherfucker slide with doing something right, this motherfucker taking your kindness for weakness and they playing in your face, you let them slide, the next motherfucker go come in your face thinking they can do the same shit, right? So if somebody disrespect you, demand your respect. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. Demand your respect. You see what I'm saying? Don't let nobody disrespect you. But always be genuine though. See what I'm saying? Come off as genuine. But the first time they take your kindness for weakness, get on their ass. You see what I'm saying? You need to demand your respect. You need to be willing to transcend about your respect. See what I'm saying? You need to be willing to do anything about respect, because that's the number one thing. That's respect will get you a long way, right? That's why when I come across somebody new, I give respect first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect you until you disrespect me. I'm gonna respect you until you disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give respect to get it. But like I said, you don't want to be too nice to motherfuckers, especially in the times we in, because it's like motherfuckers will really think you weak for being genuine. You see what I'm saying? They take you being genuine for weakness. You see what I'm saying? So if they disrespect you, you need to show them why they shouldn't play with you. You see what I'm saying? And stop being so nice all the time. You ain't got to be nice all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, it's okay to be the villain. It's okay to be the villain. It's okay to make enemies. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about making no enemies. I don't give a fuck about falling out with nobody. I'll cut your ass off. I don't give a fuck if I've been knowing you for 10 years. You see what I'm saying? If you trying to take my kindness for weakness, I'm going to show you. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to have to show you Ain't no weakness nowhere. I just got a genuine heart. That's just who I am. I've been like that since a kid. You see what I'm saying? I'm always gonna come off as genuine. I'm always gonna show you love. You see what I'm saying? Until you play with me. Then I'm gonna have to let that dark side out. Now you gonna have to see this side that I was trying to hide. I was trying to keep this dark side on the leash, but you done made me unleash this motherfucker. Cause you trying to take my kindness for weakness. You need to be ready. You need to be willing to transcend about your respect. You need to be ready to get on somebody's ass about your respect. Ashe.